This is your spreadsheet the way you gave it to me. It's opened at sheet 2. One thing I did is I removed the redundant headings down at the very bottom, which you've been using to get coordinated. And I'll give you this sheet back exactly the way you sent it to me, so that's not a problem. I've put it on another sheet. I'll show you in a second. I also noticed that you had data going out to column L, which didn't have a heading. So what I'm going to do is create a sortable table for you. So that's on this tab called Sortable Table. And I haven't created the table yet, but I'm going to. What I did is I compressed the number of lines used for your headings, at least temporarily, so they're one cell high. And I've included headings up to column L. You didn't have this. This is the suffix of the name. So I'm now going to create a table by placing an anchor up there, and it goes down to column L at the bottom of your table. So it's going to be column L is here. So I'm going to press Shift and click. That will define the boundaries of the whole table. So if I go back up, that's it. So I'm going to click Insert Table with Headers, which is the top line. So voila, we now have a table with the headings, and the sheet will, at the moment, it will just, the headings will scroll off. So what we're going to do is click here, and I'm going to freeze the panes. So now, see row 2 there? When I scroll up, the headings stay there and everything else scrolls up. So the headings are now fixed. That can all be changed. We can unlock these so you can add more above it. Everything can be changed, so don't worry about the way it looks at the moment. Just want to show you how it's done. You see that the name suffix has data in it like this. So the main thing that needs to be fixed still in your data is that the dates are a bunch of different formats, so that will never be sortable the way it is. Excel does not work well with dates before 1900, so you could do what I did, and that is we could create a column that is just the years, for example, and that might not be too hard to do, adding a column, so that would make it easily sortable. So now as far as sorting goes, let's say you wanted to sort by the owner name, column C. There are now these little arrows at the top of each column. You click on that, and it gives you a menu of all the things that you can do in terms of sorting. So a built-in one is to just sort alphabetically. So if I click this button, there, it just sorted column C alphabetically. Of course, if you have typos, spaces, or whatever, then it's not going to sort it out. If we wanted to sort by state instead, we could sort by state, and now the state column would be sorted automatically. We can do some much fancier things. We can say, well, let's look only at the state of New York. So we'll turn off all of these and just pick, and we could type it in, but let's just pick off of the menu here. Just click New York. So now it's only showing us data that has New York in the state, and then we can, that's sort of a filter for the moment. Then we can also go to the owners. Well, it's pretty obvious because they're all sorted, but let's say we wanted to have a list that only showed one maker name in New York. If they exist in New York, they'll show up Geneva. Let's just pick this one. So there's one instance of Geneva in New York, so that wasn't a very good example. Abbey and Embry had several, so we can pick that one. So you can see you now have a filter that's, first of all, only showing you the New York ones, and then only the Abbey and Embry. So you can also filter by color, so you can automatic. Let's clear the filters here first. So clear the filters, clear that one, and clear this one, and then go back and just sort it. So we could also filter, this one has the yellow things I noticed, so we could also filter it by cell color. So now you'll just see the ones that are yellow, and I don't know why you put them there, but that's it, and you just click and clear the filter if you want to go back. So you can also go back and sort by trademark number. I presume that's the way it was before I started sorting things out. So that's how it works. It's all built in automatically. If you wanted to create separate sheets with them pre-sorted, you could, but with this functionality, anybody that actually has a spreadsheet really doesn't need it. If you're going to print sheets, then yeah, that would make sense. So hopefully that is something you can use, and it's useful now and for the future.